far away from spring training, Andrew, and when you look ahead, obviously a great year last year. What do you look to do to improve, to get better? Talk a little bit about that.
I just think you stay on the same program. You know, my dad talks a lot about just getting better, and you know, there's always room for improvement. So, from the catching aspect, get better, get quicker, work on my blocking, and from the hitting aspect, just keep kind of going on the same path I've been going on with my new little swing I have, and just keep getting better.
Your father, Nick, talked about earlier that sometimes in the middle of the night in your Roseville garage, he'd hear the ping of you working out, hitting the ball off the tee. Is the work ethic ever slow down, or does it intensify?
I think it's intensified. I find myself adding new things every year in the off season, and you know, trying to figure out how far is okay to push your body, and you know, I might have a different role this year, so I'm really pushing my body a lot and getting in physical shape for the season.
You know, and you were profoundly disappointed as a real competitor coming out of Jesuit High School. You wanted to be drafted higher. But then I remember talking to you on draft day after the Oregon State experience. You were glad you went to Oregon State. It helped you grow and mature?
Yeah, totally. And, you know, I wasn't a polished hitter by any means out of high school. Defensively, my game's always been pretty solid. And I think when I learned how to become a better hitter, my defense kind of leveled out with my hitting, and I became more of a full player in a sense. But, yeah, I'm glad I went to Oregon State. I loved every part of it. You know, I got 2 years of school under my belt. And, I mean, you can't get those years back. So I'm just excited I went there. And, you know, I think that Coach Casey and the coaching staff there helped me become a better player.
Let's talk about last year. You know, you're in the minor leagues. You get the call up in late July. I got to ask you, how did you find out? What was that day like, and what was going through your mind as you look ahead to join the Giants?
Yeah, it was a crazy night. I remember I had a pretty good game. I think I went 3 for 4, and I was all high on the night and hanging out in my hotel room like we usually do in El Paso, Texas. And sure enough, I saw some reports that Hector had gone down with a concussion. So instantly I'm thinking it's me or Kuros. So I was sitting in my hotel room, and, you know, sure enough, I got the call around 12 or 1 o'clock, and they were like, hey, you're coming out. And, man, it felt great. My parents were in Tahoe, so I had to ruin their vacation, but I guess it was well worth it.
And what a season it was. You get the call, you play great, you guys make the run, you win the World Series. Obviously, I'd ask you what stands out. There's a lot of things that must have stood out for that year.
Yeah, you know what, man, it's just been a great ride. You know, I got engaged. I won the World Series. You know, played on a tremendous team with unbelievably competitive guys, and, you know, it's just been a great run. And I guess it's, some people would say it's all downhill after that, but it's been a great 2014. It was good to me.
You know, a funny story, we were talking to athletic director from Jesuit, Chris Fahey, and a couple months ago at Jesuit, a lot of the Jesuit players from yesteryear talking to their current players. And Fahey's looking out there in the outfield, and there's this good-looking woman chasing down fly balls. And he finds out, oh, it's Susac's fiance, Maggie, who you met at Oregon State. So there's a charmed life. I mean, good living there. But that's another benefit of going to college.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, we used to go on dates, and our date nights would consist of, you know, soft toss in the cage at Oregon State. So, and she was playing softball as well, so we'd go vice versa. It was a pretty good combo.
Andrew Susac, thank you so much.